Hey guys, Maniac here, and I'm here with some more Maniac reviews. And today for Maniac reviews, I'm gonna be reviewing Supernatural, this show that just has too many seasons for its own good. Like seriously, 9 seasons. They're getting up to 9 now. It's 9. It's 9. They were supposed to end earlier than that. But anyways, let's get into the review after the intro. Alright, so Supernatural. Things that I want to mention before I get on with the review. This show I've been watching since between the end of season 3 and beginning of season 4. Kinda that's when I started. This show has been on the air and is still going strong since 2003, I want to say. 2003, 2004. Now, and also, with this thing, there are so many characters throughout each season that, as I go through the storyline of each season, or season areas, I will get into explaining, that type of stuff. Anyway, so let's go. First and second season are basically, Sam and Dean Winchester are two brothers whose mom got killed when they were younger, and, she died by a demon who is later found out to be, as they call, yellow eyes, because he has yellow eyes instead of the usual black ones for demons. And his dad got them into what they call hunting, which is basically they go after monsters, ghosts, demons, etc. Anything like supernatural. They hunt them and they kill them. Simple as that. And the first two seasons, main characters would be Bobby Singer, Dean Winchester, Sam Winchester, and Mr. Winchester, as I call him, their dad. I'm trying to remember, John Winchester, and yeah, those are the main characters for that. And it's basically, at the end of it, they kill Yellow Eyes, but in the process, yeah, big spoiler alert from a thing that's about almost 6 or 7 years old by now. So, spoiler alert. I'm not going to try to spoil the newer stuff, but the older stuff I will spoil. Anyways, though, so they kill Yellow Eyes. John Winchester dies, aka their dad, and in the process of all this, Yellow Eyes opens a demon gate, which, lets out a whole bunch of demons. Third season is basically taking down all these demons, and also taking down Lilith, a big demon that there's, big super demon spawn of Satan kind of thing, daughter of Satan. And fourth, but at the end of it, Sam finds out powers that he has, and Dean dies and goes to hell. Fourth season, Dean gets resurrected from hell. He is now back in the real world. Sam has now led into the life of taking down demons, but with his demon powers that he was given to by Yellow Eyes. And this is where we are introduced to Meg, the demon who helps everybody out every once in a while. Then we also get introduced to that there are angels, because in season 2 there was a disclaimer that there are no such thing as angels, and there will not be angels in Supernatural. Come season 4, we have angels. Castiel, who then becomes a big part in the series. He is now an angel. He is an angel that has resurrected Dean for a reason, but we do not know that reason yet. Come end of season 4, turns out Lilith is trying to bring up Satan. What did they call him? Lucifer. And yeah, come season 5. At the end of season 4, we left off Sam and Dean in the same room after they had just killed Lilith, which was the final thing to resurrect Lucifer, and they somehow escape. They find out that Dean is the prophet for an archangel, and Sam is the supposed to be the body for Lucifer. These two were chosen. That's why they were brothers. That's why Yellow Eyes did what he did. It was all a big plan. End of season 5, they kill Lucifer. They send him back into his cage along with the other archangel. They find out that they have another brother that John had. And then they also find out that he could have been one of the vessels. That's what it's called, vessels. From that, he becomes the vessel. They throw him into hell in Lucifer's cage. Ends off with Sam in Lucifer's cage, but then it ends off with Dean being all happy and Sam outside his window being creepy. Season 6, we get introduced to Crowley, the new king of hell, the new Satan. And from there, he basically, likes to toy with the boys. If I remember correctly, it comes down to they want to open up Purgatory, which is where all the monsters are. And end of that, Castiel turns out to be working with Crowley. He opens up the Purgatory, and a whole bunch of Purgatory souls go into him. He becomes God. He becomes the new God because the other God has left by this point in the story. By this point in the show, and big cliffhanger. Season 7 comes along. Castiel dies by Leviathans, one of the most powerful creatures created by God. We find out that there are things called prophets, basically people who can read tablets that are called the Word of God. One of them, you were introduced to Kevin, who is a prophet, becomes friends with Sam and Dean. He reads out how to kill Leviathans and how to put them back into Purgatory. They set out to do that. End of season 7, Bobby dies and is gone up, and then Dick Roman, aka the big Leviathan King, is killed, and there you go. Come season 8, Leviathans are away, Castiel is alive, after Dean was also sent into Purgatory while killing what's-his-face, Dick Roman. From there, Dean escapes Purgatory with a friend who is a vampire. From there, they find these words of God. They find more words of God that basically show them how to shut the gates of hell. With that, they set out to shut the gates of hell. That's where we end off with season 8. I'm not going to spoil it. Alright? So let's go into negatives and positives after I've done the whole story. That's basically the whole storyline of all the 8 seasons. They're going into season 9 soon. Fun fact about the series, it was supposed to end at season 5. Season 5 was supposed to be the last season. That's why they ended it with Sam going to hell and Dean being all happy. But the thing with Sam being alive was the predecessor to all the other seasons that are now out. So, negatives and positives. I'm going to start off with negatives. Negatives on this, they do have a lot of padding episodes, where it's basically, let's go save people, but that's kind of, that's their job, right? This is the life of Sam and Dean Winchester. But there is a lot of, in my opinion, a lot of padding episodes. One thing that season 7 was my favorite season. Why? You had no padding episodes. Everything had to do with their main objective, but then you get into seasons such as, kind of after season 3, it became padding seasons. That there were seasons where they just had episodes that were random, really didn't need to throw in there. They had a bit of character development at the end, the life story of the day, and that was it. So in my opinion, there is a good amount of padding in that series. If you guys know me pretty well and you guys have watched this series, you know that I'm not a big fan of padding at all. Therefore, that kind of does put me down. Another negative, if you guys remember that fun fact that I just said about how it was supposed to end at season 5, but now they're going into season 9. This show has been on the air a long time. They should, in my opinion, they should have ended it at about season 5, or they should have ended it at season 7. Although I love this series and I've been watching it for a long time and I won't stop watching it, I have all the seasons except for season 8, only because it has not come out yet. And I will keep watching it. I will not stop. I love this series. I went to the Comic Expo this year, like the Calgary Comic Expo. I was sad because I didn't get to meet Crowley. He's one of my favorite characters. I was going to go meet him. Sadly, didn't get to. But anyways, Now let's go on to positives. Great acting. Jensen Ackles, aka Dean, I love him. He is so good. Bobby Singer, aka Jim Beaver, I love him. He is a great character. And Crowley, name I can never remember, I'd call him by Crowley. He is another great actor. They have really good actors, although they are not famous. They are just really good actors, in my opinion. This show has been on the air for a long time. Yes, that's also a positive and negative. Although it was supposed to end a while ago, and it didn't. But they still find a way for it all to be relevant to what it is now. Such as in Season 7, there's a point where you find a bit more about where John Winchester kind of found out his stuff about hunting, why he doesn't like his dad, because that was one of the big things about them, is that the Winchesters never did like their grandfather because he left John when he was a child. But you find out how he left John and why, and there's an episode about that, which in my opinion just kind of helped clear some stuff up. Now I thought it was going to end with Season 8 with how they were doing everything. They were clearing a whole bunch of loopholes, but they ended off with a gigantic cliffhanger again, like they always do. The one thing, I'm going to go back to a negative for a second because I just remembered this. One thing that I really hate about TV shows is that when they end off with big cliffhangers at each season, if you end off with a small cliffhanger, I'm fine. Because if that season were to end, if that show were to get canceled, I'd be fine. I'd be satisfied. But say if they were to cancel this season, if they were to cancel Season 9, if they were to cancel the show to ever be on the air again, I would be angry because now I wouldn't be able to see what Season 9 was going to be. I wouldn't be able to see what happens. Do they shut down? Do they close the gates of hell? What happens with so and so and so? I'm not going to say because, again, spoilers, because this is fairly new. This is very relative, and the season only did end a month ago. So, but it's one of those things where, I'm torn. So I'm going to give this TV show, yes, I haven't done a TV show in a while. I thought that this would do good. I was going to go see The Purge this week, but I didn't end up doing that. Some other stuff got in the way. Anyways, I'm giving this series a 4.2. I don't know why I said 3.9. I was thinking of another series. Why? Well, padding. You have the padding, which you guys know me, really angry, and the continuous seasons that they need to stop. There's a point where you need to stop. They could do spin-offs. I could see them doing spin-offs. That'd be good. I'd be fine with a spin-off or two. But with them keep going with the same show, but it always seems like they're changing the storyline each season, it's going to get old eventually, and they're going to get canceled, and they're going to end a season with a gigantic cliffhanger, and people are going to get angry. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, favorite, like, and don't forget what's up. And I'll see you guys next time. Oh, no, Mike. He's gonna draw a pizza.